Hey guys, it's Birdie Builds. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to have you here today, and I'm super excited to share this build with you. It's a build that is built in the world of Sulani, as you can see, and I tried super hard not to share this one right after my last build, which was also in Sulani, but I love this build so much. I was super excited about it, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna post it because I wanted it to be shared with you all. And it's actually a community lot. This build is going to be a retail lot, and I decided to call it Underwater Antiquities. I got the idea from one of my previous builds that I did not record. I called it Mermaid's Houseboat. I think it is on the gallery if you want to check it out. But basically, I built a houseboat that was for a mermaid, and I put all of her like treasure and stuff in there. And then I got the idea of, wow, what if this mermaid or merman, whatever you want, what if they had a store where they, sold some of their treasures that they found? And I was gonna build it on the same lot as the house, and I decided against it because I was like, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't get it to look the way I wanted it to. So I just went ahead and scratched the idea, but it stayed on my mind, and I was like, all right, let me just try it out. So I go ahead and try it here, and the results, as you can see, are pretty cool. But as you can see right here, the build is coming together. The shape of this build is literally just a rectangle. So it's kind of, I was imagining like a beach shack, and maybe it was an old house or something that she just remodeled to turn into a store. I did not make a house for her on this lot either, since the sim that I was imagining already had a houseboat. But you could probably add a second story if you wanted her to live above this. I just didn't do it because it wasn't what I was going for, but I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to do that. So here I am just playing with those columns. I go ahead and add a back porch area right here. And the only thing that I've had to change in this build that I can think of right now is the stairs. As you can see, I had them kind of wrapped around the side of the stilt foundation, like the porch area. And for some reason, when I play tested this house, I could not get my sim to walk up those stairs. I think it has something to do with the stilts, but I'm not 100% sure. And I tried so hard for so long, and I just couldn't get it, so I scratched the idea. I ended up moving them to the front center part of the build, and it's kind of disappointing, but yeah, I just had to do that in order for it to work. And that's how it's gonna look in the gallery if you want to download this. So don't be alarmed if you see it and it looks kind of different. Here I am working on the inside of this this retail lot store. I go ahead and put like a checkout counter right there, and here I'm looking for some shelves to place. Oh, I'm putting a sign. I figured that was maybe like a sale discount kind of sign or something like that. But yeah, I was looking for shelves to put inside, and I go ahead and, I'm putting a welcoming mat. But then I'm putting shelves, and I put those like two-tiered shelves, storage shelves, whatever you want to call them, up against the windows, and I put the like little tinier shelves with 4 different racks with some clutter already on them right there. Now, for some of the items, I did end up using move objects, which I read somewhere that if you use move objects to place items, you can still put them for sale, but if a sim decides that they want to buy it, they can't. So some of these items were placed with move objects. I was able to place them for sale. I just couldn't get anybody to actually grab them. So if you want to change that, feel free to. There aren't that many objects, that little tiny chest, the big treasure chest, and maybe 1 or 2 items after that. But I just liked the way that it looked, so I was like, no, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and keep it. But here I am in the debug menu, just looking for things, pulling to use. I use those little kind of flowery garland type things that I put on the columns. I also put those signs, the speakers, and those mailboxes, and like the overgrown kind of electric poles. So, and I think I put some signs later, but Anyway, here I am putting those little, they look like really tiny kava bowls. Maybe they're cups, I'm not 100% sure. I put some of those up there. And then I'm putting these lifesavers. I tried to use just about everything from Island Living. It's not a limited pack build, but if you have Island Living, most of the stuff should appear. Be sure to have move objects on when you're placing this build though, so that nothing disappears when you put it in your game if you decide to. I put those little fish on the wall, and I'm not sure if that's a good idea considering that the sim I had in mind for this build is actually a mermaid. I don't know if she would like that, but I did it anyway, so yeah. And then here I am placing that sign that comes from Debug also for the entrance of the build. I imagine that it's at Underwater Antiquities, and I just like the way it looked on the top, like the front of the roof. But yeah, I use a lot of Debug for this build if you haven't noticed yet. And here I am putting that sign, which is off center, and it's killing me looking at it now, but I couldn't get it to like go any more to the left. So I apologize for that. If that irks you, please get rid of it because it's kind of irking me. But I wanted it to have like the name or some kind of like sign in there, but you know, I don't know, maybe I should get rid of it. It's kind of like, ugh. But I placed these pergolas on the back porch. Just to have some sort of shade. I put a bar back right there as more of a storage shelf than anything because the bar does get placed on the other side of the lot. And I'm coming up to the end of this portion of the build. I placed some little area rugs just to kind of fill up the floor, make it kind of like break it up a little bit more. And I put some more stuff from the Debug, those little crates, and then some barrels that I think are from cats and dogs. As you can see, I'm placing them right now on the back patio just to fill up some more space. And yeah, the back of this build is not super functional, but it's pretty. So I put this little sign up, but it was taking up too much. It was kind of blocking the build, so I ended up getting rid of it. And here I am placing the globe from Vintage Glamour. I thought maybe she had found that in a sunken ship or something like that, and so she's placing it for sale. And I'm putting some curtains from Island Living, my go-to curtains, honestly. And I put a ceiling fan, and then what else do I put? Oh, okay, so I'm putting some overgrown shrubbery right there. And I thought about putting those window flower boxes from Get to Work, but I didn't like them. I didn't think they matched the vibe of this build. And then I find the Discover University ones, which had the swatch that just perfectly matched the wood tones that I had in this build. So that's what I used. And then I'm putting those thatched awnings on the windows right there. And that's pretty much it for the actual store. Oh, I put a bench on the patio, and then also I go back later and build add a little table. But that's it. Here I am working on the other side of the lot, the community side that is kind of a park, or I'm not sure what kind of lot type you would use for that. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about which lot type it would work best at. So here I am putting those Debug fences. As you can see, I did put the Island Living bathroom stalls on the back corner. I ended up moving those because that's where I put the bar in the end. But I do have bathrooms in this build, so your Sims will be able to go to the bathroom while they're working or just out there chilling with their friends. I didn't forget. But yeah, and then these are lava rocks from Debug menu that I just used at the entrance of the store. And here I am placing the food stalls down. This is where I finally am like, all right, let me just make a community lot on the side because I had so much room. This lot was a lot bigger than I thought it was. I don't know why, but anyway. Here I am making the bar, which as you can see, I struggled with majorly. I put it at a diagonal. And I don't know why I did that, because every time you're trying to like make something at a diagonal in The Sims, it is the biggest struggle. I cut out most of it because I just didn't think it was interesting. I did leave some of it though, so that if you're wondering how to do this, you can see it. I hope it makes sense, but basically you have to use the diagonal room in build and buy mode, and diagonal roofs, which I forgot were a thing, so you're gonna see me struggling right here a little bit, and then I finally remember. But anyway, so it ends up turning out really good. The only thing is, I forgot to play test this before I put it in the gallery. I don't think it's gonna be functional. You're definitely gonna have to change the foundation. I put it 2 ticks, like I lifted it up by 2 levels. And because it's diagonal, you can't put any stairs on it. That's the word I was looking for. You can't put any stairs on it. So I forgot to lower it by 1 level, and so your Sims will not be able to get on top to sit or get in the actual like indoor area of the build if you do want to hire a bartender. Here I am struggling with those stairs, and I don't know why. I totally forgot about this though. I just forgot to go back and test this out. Sorry about that. But everything else should be functional on this lot. And then I'm putting some lights outside so that at night it will be well lit up and kind of look homey, or whatever you want to call it. Here I am placing the bonfire that comes with Island Living. I put it in the center of this little community area because I figured that this was going to be a place for just everybody who lives in the neighborhood, like couples and their kids, to just come over here, put down their little lawn chairs, and chill on a Saturday night, visit, talk about their weeks, all of that fun stuff. So I put some of those chairs down from the camping pack, which I can never remember that pack's name, so I'm sorry. Comment down below if you know the name, and hopefully next time I use anything from that pack, I'll be able to tell you what it is. But anyway, I'm using the lights from the toddler stuff pack, and I'm just making sure I'm putting some more lights. So these are the tiki torches from Island Living that I'm just placing around the lot. And then I do put a swing. I don't know if I even show that I don't know if I did that off camera or not, but I did put a swing in this build for your kids to have something to do. And here I am landscaping. I saved this for last. My only frustration with landscaping in this build is that you can't put landscaping under the stilt foundation, which I understand is probably, I don't know if that's even a possibility, you know, for the Sims team to do, but it looks kind of funky that I have all of this like overgrown grass around the stilts and then not underneath it, but oh well, c'est la vie. But anyway, I'm placing a lot of red swatches of flowers and stuff. Those little ones that I'm putting on the stilts are from Jungle Adventure, and these yellow flowers are as well. I think those packs go so well together. I usually build with them at the same time. And then here I am putting just some little rocks and stuff. And I do put some more of those swivel chairs. I don't know if they're base game. Yeah, I think they're base game, but I put those on the back porch because I imagine that maybe the mermaid or merman sim is not maybe like the most sociable, so they just sit up there when everybody's on at the like little community area, and they watch from up there because they don't like being around everybody. But I'm putting some more flowers on that side just to make it look all filled up and pretty, I don't know, lived on. But anyway, we are coming up on screenshots right now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, I will be seeing you guys soon in my next video. Bye!